Well, it certainly will be changed. I don't know how much we can get done on the downtown and the 115 corridor, but it certainly will be different. Thinking about downtown, I sell real estate, and when I bring people in from out of town, first thing I do is ride them downtown, and that usually sells them on Statesville. So that's one of our greater assets. I would like to see on 115, I'd like to see some real improvement down there, and if we can get rid of the stigma of saying South Statesville, I think we can just make it Statesville instead of, well, that's South Statesville. And we need to fix it to where people will want to live down there and work down there. And I think things are, we're at a crossroads, and I think things are going to be a lot better.
Over the next 5 years, the city's going to be searching for identity. Do we want to become a commuter city where people are working in Mooresville, Charlotte, Winston-Salem? Or do we want to be a city with an encompassing business and industry along with our residential growth? The downtown plan, like I said, I really like because I think it gives a strategic guidance in that gateway from the south coming in. Will really serve the city well. Statesville has a lot of great assets. Fort Dobbs, like I said before, Fort Dobbs, Mitchell College, a historical downtown, the Civic Center. Again, how we use all of those assets together in an integrated plan, individually and the benefit, and as a benefit together. I think we can grow this city to benefit all the people, because there are parts of the city which are lagging behind. But using those assets, integrated plan, budgeting the strategy, we can become a city with our own business and industry, and not just a commuter city with people going and working in Charlotte and Winston.
In the next 5 years, I would see the greenway around the city completed, people biking, people looking to go to the recreation facility, people looking at the downtown that's under construction, the infrastructure under the ground, the water, the sewer, the electric lines being redone. With that water main rebuilt, all of a sudden the upstairs second floors of those buildings will be able to be occupied because the sprinkler system will be able to be fed by the new water mains. Working on that next gateway, starting that next plan out West Front Street. You can imagine coming in from West Front Street from the interstate and getting off and seeing a very welcome area. And then as you drive down the boulevard, all of a sudden you're coming in and you're seeing progress. You're seeing things happening. There's trees. There's a warmth there. And by the time you hit downtown, you're ready for it because you just passed one of the little historic areas and you see a lot of nice homes and stuff, and all of a sudden you're right back into downtown. And when you go out the other way down Shelton Avenue, you're going to see the trees starting to be planted, the street widened. In 5 years, that will all start to happen little by little. Some of the downtown storefronts are already being revitalized. And I think in 5 years, we're going to see many more of them take advantage of grants and programs that are going to allow them to reface those streets, scapes that they have, reface those storefronts, start to look to develop the second floors. And if you put citizens and people on the second floors in apartments, they're going to come downstairs because their front yard is our main streets. So they're going to come down and they're going to visit the restaurants, they're going to visit the stores, because that's where they live. And once you start having that, you're going to attract more businesses, maybe even a grocery store downtown. That's what will happen in 5 years.
You, but I thought of Louis Armstrong when you asked, what do I see? Leaves of green and red roses too. I see a beautiful world, especially here in Statesville. I see companies like Doosan, who moved in the last year or so, brought 500 employees. I see companies like Cook's. I see companies like Pratt. There's other companies on the horizon that's going to bring a lot of business to Statesville. I see 15,000 more people moving in. I see those people wanting places to recreate. I see those people with their kids to enjoy a good quality of life. I see a great infill with all of those 100 and some houses that we've torn down. I see an infill of those houses with new homes. I see a rebuilding of our neighborhoods. I see our storefronts being replenished and renewed. I see restaurants. I see people living above. I see above the storefronts and so on. I see our greenways. I see our connectivity. I see 40 finally getting 77, that work being done, and I see us being able to take control of some of the things that we've not been able to because of the highway department with the state and the federal government. But I see all of those things that will bring life to this city. I see new buildings. Look at the Barnard building. Buildings like that. Look at what happened to the old Montgomery Ward building and the building that right next to it, the Singer building. That's what I see. And I see when people come into this city, it's a good place to come, and it doesn't look like that car I had. Not only will it look good, but it'll run.
In 5 years with the right leadership, I see a healthy balance of a small town atmosphere. I see proactive growth with projects going on in South Statesville, downtown, mini Larkin project. We're connecting everything together. I think we have to be ahead of the curve. I think we have to be proactive, as I said before. We have to, with the plan that we have now to embrace, I think we cannot make the same mistakes Mooresville potentially and Hickory has made. Some of these people moved too fast. They didn't allow their infrastructure to develop with their growth. I think we can prevent that. I think if we maintain the balance of responsibility to slow down and do the development as we go, and I think that'll maintain lower taxes. I think we can pay for it as we go. The benefits and rewards will greatly outweigh the negative impacts that we may have along the way. You know, during growth, you're going to have construction, you're going to have traffic, you're going to have some of those things, but the end rewards will be worth it. We have to help our businesses downtown and other businesses stay here and make it through the hard times. We have to shop locally. We have to do our part as citizens. We have to make sure that during all of this 5 years and beyond that, we are inclusive and we maintain the rewards and honors we've been given as an All-America city. And part of being an All-America city, I believe, is all of the attributes and the work that has been done by our city leaders in the past, our chambers, our DSDC, Greater Statesville Development. All of these people work hard on a daily basis. We may not always agree all the time, but contrast and open dialogue is good. That's why we're all here. But I'm asking you for the privilege to help serve you in the progress we have. I'm excited about the plans and the future in Statesville.